Hi, good afternoon and welcome to THFC Till I Die, your home of Tottenham past, present and future. Well, confusing future, whatever future we're having, who knows. With me on the stream, of course, is Ellie. Ellie, not a lot of news today. It's very, very quiet because they're in the middle of a meeting at the moment at Hotspur Way.
Yes.
And that meeting is still going on. So whatever comes out of that meeting, we will bring it to you straight away here first. Just wanted to get one thing out of the way. We all heard the news about Bob Spur yesterday. This is going to be a Bob Spur free zone. So as much as it's terrible what he's done, and I have my own views on it, and so does Ellie, so does Philip, so does Mia, we want to make it about Tottenham and not about other people and giving them more air to breathe or more air to their whatever they've done. So this is going to be a Bob Spur free zone. I don't know what you want to say on that, Ellie. Do you want to agree with that? Disagree with that?
I respect that, Dermot, because at the end of the day, you know, what he's done is private, out of the community now. Whoever was with him as a friend and now departed as a friend, that's their own business at the end of the day. We just got to get on with our Tottenham news and make it an enjoyable stream for everybody.
And we do have a statement to make. Do you want to read out this statement? This is about Mia this morning, isn't it? About certain individuals that are targeting her and targeting us as well as a channel. So do you want to read out that statement?
Yeah, I'll read it out, Dermot. We at THFC value all opinions and will be respectful to all those who stay respectful in our chat. Where we have to draw the line is where personal and hateful messages are posted in the chat and privately as well. That simply is not acceptable, and we are not going to tolerate this sort of behaviour. We will block you if anyone does this to any of us, and we will not allow you to continue your abuse.
Yeah, and it is right. We cannot continue with this, and the individual who should not be named for other reasons cannot continue to be allowed to do this. And it's not fair. Mia's a small channel, and we're not a big channel either. And we're getting texts and people coming into chats under different names, and just because we have a different opinion to everyone else doesn't make us any less as a Spurs fans, saying myself, Ellie, Mia, Philip, the people in the chat who we will go to in a minute. And it has to stop. It has to stop. And it will not be tolerated on this channel at all. So Mia, if you're watching, we have your back. Don't worry about that. We have your back as a channel, and we always will have your back. And Carl's just put in, but look, that is the statement. We do value all opinions on here. We brought up Brian Daigle's comments yesterday.
Yeah.
We don't all agree with everything, but we still all want Spurs to do well at the end of the day. It's our club, we love it, and we're all fans at the end of the day. And as for the other thing that's been going around, that's been left at the door. This is a Tottenham zone, just for Tottenham talk. So if you want to talk about it yourselves in the chat, that's down to you. But me and Ellie will not be mentioning it because I feel that individual should not be given any more airtime than what he deserves, which is none.
Yeah.
So that's my view in the whole matter. Right, Ellie,
well
should we talk about Tottenham?
Yes,
talk a little
let's
bit
get
about
on
the club we
about
love?
Spurs.
Right, I'll
Come
welcome a
on.
few people in the chat. We've got FTS and Colin. Good afternoon, all.
Nice
We've
one.
got Tottenham Forever with a big, nice badge beside his name. Big up.
I love
Tottenham Forever
that.
says, "Hey, Dermo, hope you are well and good." Yeah, I'm grand. Carl Simpson, big up, guys, and everyone in the chat. Wayne
Nice one.
Bonner, another one with a nice badge beside his name, says, "Afternoon, all. Hope you're all well." Yeah, we're grand. Column's telling us off, Ellie. 3 minutes late. That's £2.50 off your pay packets. Yeah,
That's not too bad. We can take that hit, Colin.
Yeah, we can. No, we can, Ellie. We can't. Do we get it back off the tax man? That's who we get it back.
Yeah, we'll claim it back.
Tom Tacker, what's the meeting about? The meeting's about Harry Kane, the manager. As far as I know, the meeting is still going on. I haven't heard from my source. The only bit I've heard is going across the bottom of the screen about Harry Kane, which I will get to in a minute. But if it breaks after you've gone off, we will come back on. But there is a rumor around, Ellie, very quickly, that we're after the Celtic manager. And what's his name again?
Ange Postecoglou.
You as a Greek girl should now, anyone doesn't get it right, you have the right to...
I know, I'll correct him, don't worry.
Yeah, you correct me.
I tell you, he's got it down to a T. He's Paul.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He knows his inside leg measurement,
I
guy.
I think Paul fancies him somehow, but don't tell anyone I said that.
That's on the quiet.
Yeah, that's on the quiet. Big up, Paul's watching. Yeah, I'm so good. That's what the meeting was about. But if any news breaks, we'll bring to you first here. We've got Ollie. Thanks for that. No problem, Ollie. Nice badge beside his name.
Nice.
Shamu says, sorry, just found out about that. Yeah, I'll talk to you later about that. Ian Ferguson, morning, all morning, Ian. Hope you're doing well. Wembley 1 afternoon, people. Poster seems to be the front runner, but would have to wait until after the Scottish Cup final on Saturday. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Look, it'd be very hard for him to leave Celtic for where he's got them. Now, this argument that the Scottish League, Ellie, is just a pony little league that Celtic or Rangers win every year, it's a bit of a nonsense argument because you have to beat what's in front of you.
Yeah, and also when you look at the English League, right, it's normally contested between two teams regularly. It's usually it's either Liverpool or Man City or Man United. And now Arsenal are in the frame as well, but we don't want to mention them because this is a Spurs channel, so they can do one.
Yeah. So look, for myself, Ellie, look, does he leave Celtic? Would it be do you think he'd succeed in the Premier League? He succeeded everywhere else. He's gone for what I'm hearing, like Japan and Australia, now Scotland. Do you think he would succeed? But he'd only be one of the second managers or three managers that have come from Scotland down to England. Matt Busby's one. So Alex Ferguson's another. I can't remember who the other one is off the top of my head. Kenny Dalglish is the other one.
Kenny Dalglish, and then you've got David Moyes, who's just made the Conference League with West Ham.
Yeah,
well,
but I mean,
that been ultra successful, but like ultra successful is the three that you've mentioned. They've all won the league, haven't they?
Yeah. Do you think he can do it?
I think so, because since Paul's been in my ear about him, because I didn't even know he existed before, right? So I've done a lot of research and I've watched a lot of his interviews and his dress room manner and what he's like with the fans. And I think soon the fans will warm to him, even though they don't think he's going to do a grand job for us, Dermot. They will give him a chance because he's a very charismatic man. He talks well. He loves his players and he loves the fans. And I think that will come across very well. And I think soon it won't take long before he stamps his mark on our club.
But Nagelsmann shouldn't be ruled out either. So we've got more for that. But big up KVP says, big up, guys. Joe Garcia, good afternoon, early. And hope you're both really well. Yeah, we're grand.
Yeah.
Thanks for the best Spurs channel. Well, no, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member and thank you for watching. It's people like you that we do this for. We don't do it. Me and Ellie just don't get on and talk to each other about Spurs. Don't think Ellie
At
likes
1
me.
o'clock
That's
in the
why.
morning.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock. We've talked at 3 o'clock in the morning at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone think we're off our rocker, Ellie?
Yeah.
Andrew Gregory, haven't seen you in a while, Andrew. So great to see you back. It's good afternoon,
Nice.
guys. I hope everything is okay. Yeah, we're grand.
Yep.
Carl said that's why I left Mia's this morning. It was peeing me off, and I was going to lose it. Carl, no, you're one of the mods in our channel, so you keep an eye on it, sir. You know what to do if somebody keeps messing around. You got permission to kick them as high and as far out of the channel as possible.
Kick them where it hurts.
Drooler as well. Big up, Drooler. I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you in a little while either.
He's had a bad back, the poor love.
Yeah, I know about bad backs, believe me. I was telling you about it this morning. Lee Richards, fair enough, folks. Sadly, these things are getting toxic amongst the Spurs fans lately. Never known anything like it. Look, it's just we're not going to give it any more air that side of the story anyway, so we're not. Give me Nagelsmann this.
Give me Nagelsmann this week, please.
No, I was wondering who was passing you to was somebody passing you something, Ellie?
No, it's my cat.
Is that what it was?
He just interferes all the time. He's a nosy bugger.
Give me Nagelsmann this week, please. Look, as far as I knew, for what I was told, the manager sorted out should be the middle of the end of this week. Now, Wednesday, there is a meeting today. Now, whatever comes out of that meeting may hold the balance of where we're going as a manager. Now, the Harry Kane situation is another kettle of fish, which we will get into. So we will wait and see. But the Harry Kane thing is going across the bottom of your screen. So let me know in the comments what you think of that. And we will get into that more. Andrew says it's Beyonce our replacement for Eric Dyer. Well, Ellie, your daughter went to the Beyonce concert.
My daughters went, and it was fabulous. They said.
What did they think?
They said it was brilliant, and they were in the West Stand where all the hospitality is. Yeah. And they said the hospitality was out of this world. It was just an amazing night. They enjoyed themselves. Just put it that way.
Yeah. There you go. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of Beyonce. Didn't mind her.
She was showing a lot as well, Dermot.
Damn, I missed it.
That's
where Dave. That's where Dave.
Videos later.
Yeah, that's where Dave and Jack were last night. They were at the Beyonce concert with me. Yeah. Right, Philip Brady. I said, hi, Dermot and Ellie. On the train with poor internet, do you want me to divert to Glasgow, seeing I've had no luck in Munich? You might as well. You might as well go to Glasgow, Philip, and see can you bring back Angie. See can you bring back Angie back down to. We'll have to get the Rolling Stones song Angie out if he comes.
I've got another spin on that. I reckon Philip's got Nagelsmann in the headlock and he's bringing him to the Spurs meeting.
Fair enough. Brian McGrath, big up Philip. Philip's actually been in Munich for the last 3 days. He was telling me he went to one of the concentration camps out there.
Wow.
So I'm sure Philip will have a lot to say about that. It's back tomorrow, so I'm looking forward. Looking forward to having you back, Philip, back on the show again. It hasn't been the same without you.
Man.
He is. He is the Irish representative of foreign affairs. He knows.
Yeah.
That. Great show, guys. This is Brian McGuire. Thank you so much. Hey, Ellie, would you keep Højbjerg or would you sell him? Look, before you answer that, I'm going to have my tongue.
There's only one answer.
There is. We keep him. Now, I'll put a spin on it, Ellie. Yeah. Would you keep him, but would you sell Skip?
That's a tough one.
Would you
yes.
Would you sell Højbjerg and put Bentancur and Basuma in the midfield?
No, I would have them all three. I'd have all three and add Maddison in there as well and get rid of these wing-back rubbish because it doesn't. Just get rid of it. You know, we can't cross the ball anyway. So what's the point? Just play through the middle, you know, ticky-tacky football. Keep the ball, don't lose it, score a goal. Now, I think on the Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, I would keep him over Skip, Because first of all, he's got more experience. Secondly, he had a brilliant combination with Bentancur. No one can deny that. They were really sensational in the middle and they complemented each other. And his form dropped because of that, Højbjerg. He was missing his mate. Yeah.
Do you feel also that Højbjerg's been used too much this season. He's played 44 games out of 49, I think. So do you think he's been overused?
Yeah, he has. But when you think about it, we only had Skip, who's, I think, 22, 23, and then we got Pape Sarr, who they didn't really use, really.
Mm-hmm.
They used him one time properly in a full game. So, because he's so experienced and he's the ultimate professional, he's good in the dressing room. So, I just love him.
I just love the thing before Southampton at halftime telling them this is what Southampton are going to do, and within 10 seconds, look what happened. Honestly,
I know.
Rob Rollis, very famous name up in Scotland. If anyone doesn't know, Rob Rollis is a very, and also a winger for Southampton back in the 80s, if I remember, Ellie, if I'm right on that. Rob Rollis as well.
Rod Wallace, that wasn't it? Yeah.
So he says, "I am a Celtic fan. Big up the Celtic, big up the Hoops." So pleased that you.
Manager.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think you deserve you could better say it.
Postecoglou.
It took me a while to get Højbjerg right. It's going to take the whole season. Look, I don't think we deserve him. I think it's the other way around. Philip said it to me, and I agree with Philip. I don't think we deserve Angie. I don't. I honestly don't think. I think he's done a wonderful job up at Celtic, though. He really has.
I half and half agree with you, because at this stage we don't deserve him because of the way we've been performing. But we need him. We need him to get in there and fire up our troops and see who he wants and doesn't want.
To be fair, Ellie, I'd take anyone. I'd take Mr. Bean.
Oh no.
I'll take anyone. Tom says, "Thanks for the update, Dermot. Yeah, I'm waiting to get any news. So as soon as it comes in, we will let you know. I'm really just waiting on a WhatsApp or a phone call. So it could come within this show. Paul Jones, big up Paul Jones. Hey, you guys, you do what you do and have opinions, and you definitely don't deserve any abuse. So stay strong and positive and keep going." Paul, thank you so much. Paul. That is so, and we will give that message to Mia as well. Yeah, I know Mia's looking after the chat for us today as well, so maybe Mia might want to pop on and just at the end, just to give her thanks as well. Because look, we all do this. We're not paid to do this. We all wanted to look. I always wanted to be a sports journalist as a kid when I was small. That was my dream job. So for me, doing this is like doing my dream job. This is me doing my dream job, doing like bringing breaking news. I always wanted to do. So I enjoy doing this. This is routine for me. It's life for me, and I love doing it. But the likes of myself, Ellie, Philip, Mia, even Dave and Jack and Shawnee and other YouTubers, we don't deserve the abuse that we get, because we can only give you the news that we're given. And I understand people's frustration, but when you get one or two individuals that are literally going into a chat to abuse that person, that is not acceptable. It's like racism is not acceptable. It's like anything else is not acceptable. So please, and we have a really good chat. We have really good people come into our chat, into our shows. Always good crack. We always have a bit of fun. We have a laugh. We have a joke. Carl cracks a joke. We always have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
But just genuinely show some respect, because we do all work hard. And we do this without, we do this, okay, we depend on your super chats and your memberships and that. We do depend on that to keep going. But we do it because we want to do it. Me and Ellie want to do this. Me and Philip want to do this because we enjoy news. And we love talking football. And we love talking Tottenham. And Ellie's saying, "Shut up, Dermot. Get on with the next comment. Get on with the show. We don't want to hear your scrangly voice, and get on with it."
You know what? It's true, though, Dermot. We do love our club, and we love the people that come and join us in the chat, because it's fantastic. The comments you put in are absolutely brilliant, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah. Lee says, "Question: Is Robert? Does he want to come to Spurs? Afraid that he doesn't come into it? Look, money talks, doesn't it? Money talks at the end of the day." Robert, well, no Champions League. See, that's a very good point. That is an extremely Champions League, European football, Ellie.
Yeah.
Do you think that might sway it?
Do you know what? I think Ange Postecoglou is one of these managers that likes to go in and shake things up. And I don't think the Champions League, us not being in it, will deter him, because it will make him even more determined to push us up there and even win the league. Because this guy, a lot of people have not heard of him, right? But he's done a lot of good in football, and he's a proper football man, and his passion really comes out. You know, if people watched how he motivates the players, how he comes into club and transforms clubs, you know, they'd really get on board with like getting him in. It's just because they haven't really studied him yet, or if they have, they prefer Nagelsmann because he's got a bigger name. You see?
Big up to Ella as well. Nagelsmann, please, she's saying, Colin said, I'm seeing reports everywhere that he isn't planning on leaving Celtic at this moment. It might change, but Celtic do have Champions League football. It's a very good point, that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going to we're so far behind the chat, Ellie, so I'm going to get quickly through these.
Keep going.
I'm always smashing like to everyone's channel as a respect. As the YouTubers, it must be very time consuming setting this all up. Look, we have to make sacrifices to do these shows. There's things that we can't go to. There's things that we have to put off for family. Ellie knows that as well as I do.
Yeah.
How much time we do put into it. So yeah, look, it's all appreciated, Brian. Thank you. Who else has just come in? I will go back to all this because we've got Juicy Lumo. Has Nagelman have been appointed yet? Not yet, but we are waiting on news on that. Can Nagelman have a rock show at the stadium at the end of the week? Yeah, I don't know. What else we got? Audio Austin, big up Audio. We've got DeLuna. Any manager would do who would bring the. Do you know that sounds like any dream would do? But I'm not talking about Philip Schofield. Any manager would do who would bring the club back to where we've been through so much. I've had enough. I just want to see us play some good football again. Exactly. Okay, I will star that. Ellie's cat's trying to come into the show. Ollie say Mia is a nice girl who I agree with around the Kane issue. Yeah, I will I will get into that. Man City got a monopoly on it. Yes, they do. Big up, wonderful person Mia is. Look, I'm an angry 5'10" Irishman. You're talking about me now, Colin. I'm a good looking angry Irishman. Look, I'm an angry 5'10" Irishman from Yorkshire who club is in turmoil and local club is also falling apart. I will bite angles if I need to. I'm an angry 5'10" Irishman from Wexford, which will never win anything in the All Ireland. Mayo hasn't won it since
that. I think you should remeasure yourself, Dermot.
I'm 6 foot in heels. That's going down another route. But no, I get what you mean, Colin. I'm the same as you, man. We should be a friendly, Dermot. It's my favourite push or love of all of you. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, that's very nice.
What a nice comment.
That is. I'm quite chuffed by that. Oh, thank you.
So you've made Dermot stay now.
The guys rely on super chats to help but fund Philip's undercover missions to find us. Yeah, we do. Operation Munich wasn't great, so I'm now going to Operation Glasgow. He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to Operation Glasgow. We've sent him one of those little videos. Do you know the ones in Mission Impossible, right? That it comes up. This is your mission if you choose to accept it. This message was self-destruct in 5 seconds. You can imagine Mary being next to him.
I love that program.
Yeah, you can imagine Mary being next to him. Philip, when did you start smoking?
That's it. Angela's come to take the cat away, thank God.
Big up, Angela. Hope you're well. Remember Keith Birkinshaw and Posh, Tony Young said. So long ago. So long ago. Hashtag Nagelsmann to Tottenham. There you go. Get that hashtag working, Juicy.
Juicy Lamau.
Corey's in. Hi, Corey. How you doing?
Hello, Corey. Still on the hatred brigade for Højbjerg.
Yeah. You leave my Højbjerg alone. Dan's Kilpatrick saying we have no intention in interviewing Nagelsmann. Why so? Where's so banter? Why are we not linked to Guardiola as well? Well, and his cat is going to get in this.
Get off.
Will the club ever listen to the customers? I know, Joe. I know. But look, we will get back into the chat again. I will bring up. There is a question there from. So if you can, well, we're starting this before we did the question, Ellie. Right?
Yeah.
Let's see now. Here we go. Here we go. Harry Kane. Now, this is what's going now. This was sent to me. If Levy wants to keep Kane, you will have to pay 300k a week plus. He was currently on 200k wages, and Manchester United are willing to offer Kane 300k per week in wages to come to the red side of Manchester. Now,
Yeah.
Ellie, we've talked about this long and hard. Do you know, does Kane stay? Does Kane go?
Yeah.
What do we do? Right. Right. Okay. I have some breaking news. I'm going to have to
Oh,
confirm
good.
it first. Right, Ellie, do you
Confirm,
want to?
confirm.
I just have to go off and take
Yeah,
this
I was
phone
just
call.
going to talk about
Yeah.
this while you take the phone call. Right. So this morning I was reading up about this, and I was reading up quite a few ex-players, the situation Harry Kane is in. And Berbatov said something really interesting. He was saying that, you know, he doesn't feel that Harry Kane will leave. He reckons that the legacy that Harry Kane's got will keep him at the club at least for another year or even 2 years. So it's interesting, you know, what Berbatov had to say. You know, and I find myself, obviously, we want him to stay for David's point sake as well, because otherwise there'll be rumblings from Kildare, isn't it, Dermot?
Well, there'll be rumblings from Wexford
There'll
as
be
well.
many rumblings.
Look, I'll bring the breaking. Well, look, we're going to have to park the Kane thing there for a minute because this is just coming to me. I'm going to put it up across the bottom of the screen, and I will read out what I've got. Napoli have made contact with Julian Nagelsmann in the last few hours. If Daniel wants him, he has to act now. That is the very latest on Julian Nagelsmann. So Napoli and Italy have made contact with Nagelsmann. If Daniel wants him at Spurs, he has to act now. Ellie, that has just been given to me about literally 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Now,
well, no disrespect to Napoli. They're not a big side in Italy, are they? They're not like the creme de la creme, if you know what I mean.
Well,
Whereas,
they are. They have won the league over there, Ellie.
oh
They're in
yeah,
the
I
Champions
understand
League.
that. I understand that they've won the league, and they won it under when Maradona was there as well. But they're not considered one of the big six over there, really. You know, they're just on the outskirts of it, but they have pushed into it this season by winning the league as well. So they have been impressive this season as well. And I believe their manager, Spalletti, wants to take a year's sabbatical, I read.
He does.
Yeah.
So look, what does Levy do now? If Levy wants Nagelsmann, what would you do if you're a Daniel Levy now, Ellie? What would you?
Yeah.
Look, they're still having this meeting at the moment. The meeting's still going on now. There was a lot of talk about Harry Kane. He's away on holiday. I think he's doing this by video call or by call.
Apparently.
Yeah, but he's doing this by video call. Of course, his agents are in the room as well, Ellie, with Levy.
Yeah, of course.
Now we've got this Nagelsmann thing. Look, things could change. Football is like football changes every day, every hour. We know that. That's the beast of football, isn't it? Football is like that. I think the Nagelsmann thing's done now. I agree with Carl. I think look, if we're gonna go and get him, we have to get him now. We have to go out and all get him. And do you blame Levy for pussyfooting around, basically?
You don't know, because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, do we? Not clearly, so that we can make an accurate judgment on how Levy's acted in this response. So I don't like to dig people out if I don't have all the knowledge and all the background.
You do with Levy. You do with Levy.
But the thing is, you could on this one though, Dermot, you can't, because you don't know what's gone on, and you don't know what's in Nagelsmann's mind as well, and what his demands were, and whether Levy's going to meet them. You know.
But you see, we still got the Bayern Munich thing, Ellie. We rarely do. We'll have that rumbling in the background.
Yeah.
What do you see coming out? This week is a big week for us. It's a big week. And as the news goes across the bottom of the screen about Napoli, and Joe Garcia, I put this question to you, Ellie. Napoli have just won the league by some way, 'which they did. And I watched Napoli this season. They played some good stuff. Even Mr. Burger King played well. And that says something about Mr.
I mean,
Burger
he
King.
scored some good goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Nagelsmann go there, he will take them to the next level. I can see that he will have them as a paramount challenger for years to come. Look,
Yeah.
it's Italian football, Ellie. It's Italian. It's going to Italy more appealing than coming to London.
I personally think no. I'm only speaking from my heart. I think the Premiership is the place to be, right? And Tottenham Hotspur, we're a sleeping giant. We need somebody to wake us up, don't we? We need somebody to come in, get us firing on all cylinders, get out all the deadwood, change the club's ethos, get us playing fantastic football and getting us winning those trophies again. And what better way to come and make a statement in English football that you're going to, wake up a sleeping giant?
Yeah.
Because we are a big club. No one can deny that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Rodgers thing I'm hearing, it's not confirmed. This is nothing confirmed, but I'm hearing from my source that he may be going to Leeds, Rodgers. So Rodgers may be going to Leeds.
Interesting.
What I heard this morning was Angie staying at Celtic, Rodgers going to Leeds. So that leaves up Nagelsmann, Potter, and Enrique for the Spurs job. Now,
yeah,
I haven't known nothing about
teams, doesn't he? He likes managing teams beginning with L.
He does actually, apart from
yeah.
We've got Tequila in. It says, "Hey Dermot and Ellie, listen, if you do, please pick up your memberships on the way out. Please do. And if you want to get ahead of the chat, please put it into a super chat. It does help the channel grow. Look, we know it's a tough world out there. We know we've got the cost of living and everything's tight. And I know what's happened on the community in the last 24 hours or 40 hours or so, but it does help us as a channel grow so we can get better content, better graphics, we can buy better equipment so we can take it to the next level for you, not for us, for you, for next season. That we can cover more women's game, we can cover the men's game better, we can cover watch alongs better, do better graphics for the watch alongs and everything like that. So it does help. So we've got Juicy saying, Juicy LMAO says, if we offered Nagelsmann a director of football to work with, a squad, a rebuild, a plan in place, why would Nagelsmann subs us? And he makes a good point. If Levy came into him, Ellie, say you're Nagelsmann and I'm Levy, right? And I'm saying to you, right, here's your director of football from Bayern Munich, who you work with. Now, we don't know if they've gone on or not, but that's beside the point. There's 200 million to spend on new players. Here's the list of players that we're going to get rid of or rip up the contracts. And here's 200 million. This is where you think you need to improve. I'm now going to go and do the business side of the football. Leave it to you, Scott Munn, the director of football, and yourselves. Go and make us successful.
Yeah.
Do you think that could work?
Yeah, because when you think about it, when Pep come to Man City, right, they still had their money behind them, but he took time. He didn't do it in his first year. So they gave him time to build his own site and build a plan and make a vision for Man City. So I think Nagelsmann, he'll be a perfect candidate because he's young, hungry. He's just been fired really unfairly by Bayern Munich. So he's got a point to prove as well.
Well, no, there was a rumour that he had an affair with a journalist out in Germany and that everything was said in the dressing room was being leaked to the journalist. So maybe the players lost faith in him. So maybe there was a point for him by Munich getting rid of him.
Yeah, but besides that, he's still got a point to prove, hasn't he? Because he's going to come to a big club like us, wake us up for God's sake, so that we can start winning things again and make our fans proud. Because our fans have been superb getting behind the team when they've really played some dreadful football this year, and they've turned out in their 60,000s to support the club. So yeah, I just want whoever it is, Nagelsmann, Postecoglou, someone to come in and wake us up, Dermot.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan. We got so sidetracked with the Nagelsmann news and everything else. I do apologise. I did star it. So I know you said in the chat again, I will bring up what you said. Dermot, where is it? Dermot, will you answer my question? Well, we're answer it now for you, sir. We're doing it now. And he says, question to you both. So do I, actually. I think Ryan's great.
He's lovely.
It reminds me of me when in my younger days.
He's got
Before,
that passion, isn't he?
yeah, before I got sensible and a bit before I got a few grey hairs and sensible. It says, question to both of you: would you be happy if your new manager would not want Højbjerg? Look, I let you think on that, Ellie, because I know you're the biggest Højbjerg fan out of both of us.
Yeah.
But for me, you got to use him. You can't. He's for me. He's our next captain. He's our next captain. Look, he may not be. I think if Højbjerg was the player of the 80s, I think he'd be a bit like our Graham Roberts. I don't know if Ellie would agree with me, but that's who I see Højbjerg as. He's our sort of Graham Roberts sort of player that he doesn't get it right all the time, but when he does get it right, he's a great midfielder, and we need him in that midfield. Him and Bentancur played brilliant together this season, and he looked really lost with Skippy. So look, would you be happy? No, I would not be happy if a new manager would not want to use Højbjerg. That's the question. So no, I would not be happy.
Yeah. Same here, though. I'll reiterate that, because if the manager doesn't want him, he'll probably won't want to stay anyway. But the thing is, I just feel that he would want him, because once he gets in there and he sees that attitude that Pierre-Emile Højbjerg has, and his pride in pulling the shirt on, and his gutsiness, I know he's not the best technical footballer, nor was Graham Roberts. He was a decent footballer, don't get me wrong. He was very good.
Wasn't he bought from non-league?
Model, was he? He wasn't.
No. Was he bought from non-league, Ellie?
Yeah, he came from Yeovil.
Yeovil, that's it. Yeah. Nick
yeah.
Hoover's neck of the woods.
Yeah, and I just feel Pierre-Emile Højbjerg will win him over, regardless. Yeah. Like he won me over.
Yeah,
he'll win him over. I know, he's a bit like Marmite, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
Yeah, I know he is.
Yeah.
Well, look, you know, we're both big Højbjerg fans. Always have been.
We are.
And look, if you can, very much, it would be appreciated. Hang on, where is it? If you can do a Højbjerg for us.
Smash that like.
Smash that like button. We've got Rob. We've got so many people in the chat here. Weymouth was where Rob come from. Yeah, it was.
That's it. Yeah.
And Bill Nick found him, actually, wasn't it? It was Bill Nick that actually scouted.
That's it, Weymouth.
Yeah, and Bill Nick scouted him, I think, if I'm right, back in the day.
Yeah. Bill Nick was fantastic at scouting players, wasn't he? He knew. He was a bit like Dave Mackay as well, Graham Roberts.
Ollie's asking, is there any manager in the pipeline for the ladies' team, Ellie? Now, that's gone very quiet, hasn't it?
I think, this is my own personal opinion, I think that they're going to actually give it to Vicky Jepson.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I really, because she's very well liked at the club. There's another assistant coach that they got in from Wales called Laura. I can't think of her surname, but she's assisting her as well. So I reckon they'll give it to her, because she kept us up. She had the balls to go to the management even when Rhiannon Skinner was there, and identified Beth England as a start target. And look what she's done for us. 12 goals in 12 games. Fabulous. And all the players love her. I've been watching the training sessions, and the players absolutely adore her.
There you go, Ellie. That's what I'm starting.
Come on. Yeah, you know what? I'd do a good job as well. Yeah, it's better paid than what I'm doing at the moment.
Right, okay. If that's the case, then.
Not this. I mean, in my private life. That's what I meant, Dermot.
Yeah. Whoever made that, I wonder who made that. It was Mia made that for us. A big up, Mia. So
yeah, Mia, you are amazing, man.
Rob says, have any of the guys on the chat watched how Celtic play? Because there would be see, Celtic have played brilliant this season.
Yeah.
They really have, Ellie. So look, we're going to go on to a bit more news. I will go back to the chat. I'm sorry, I'm so behind. I do apologise. And there's also new come out today that Danjuma is formally going to return to Villarreal, but he's expected to leave the club again. Now, I
Yeah.
did have his statement read out. He did thank the fans, Ellie, for everything they've done for singing his name and
Yeah.
everything like that. I think he did a slight dig to Conte in his statement. Do you think
Mm.
that was justified?
Well, when you think about it, he was on the sidelines a lot. He wasn't really used apart from that Preston game. And I think that's when Conte wasn't even, I think he was still in Italy having his operation at that stage. So, yeah, he's got a point to have a little dig. Like
Oh,
players can be soppy sods, can't they? If they're not included in the first 11 and they're just on the bench, it's just, what's up, Dermot?
I've officially gave up as a Spurs fan.
God, what have you
Right,
seen?
the meeting
What have
has
you
just
seen?
the meeting has just finished. I've been told.
Right?
I haven't got the full update, so we will get that later.
Yeah.
But Daniel seems defeated, and he's ready to give in. And now this is not confirmed. To give Mason the chance of a lifetime to give him the Spurs job. Now, it says
Deflated me.
that I'm after reading now that
Nothing against Mason, but
the
he's
meeting
not
is
ready for
finished.
this
So
job.
no, my source is seriously worried about Spurs at the moment. I haven't got the full update, but I will give you that later when I get it. And what we do once we get the full update, Ellie, we will come on later and break it as a show. We will do a live show later.
Yeah.
But Daniel, what I'm getting at, Daniel has seemed defeated and he's ready to give in and give Mason the chance of a lifetime. Once I get more information, we will, of course, let you all know here on THFC till I die. Now, that is, I just want to know what the chat thinks of that. Seriously,
Give your head a wobble, isn't it? Like
yeah.
Mia says, give your head a
Danjuma
wobble.
was a Levy signing, yeah. Buying if Mason is the manager, I give up. Same here. 100% justified. Conte was throwing his and his toys out the pram. Danjuma was screwed. Yeah, exactly. Ollie saying crazy. Ellie, I'm completely stuffed. I'm
Just
completely
hope that news
deflated.
is not right. I
But
just hope that
my
he's.
thought hasn't been wrong, Ellie, to be fair.
Yeah.
And what's that now about Mason? Was I distracted? No, you weren't distracted. I will read it again. Daniel seems defeated. This is now what it was. Now, I don't know if this is not a confirmed. This is not 100% confirmed. Can I just say that? This is only what's just been given to me. I haven't got the full update. I haven't got the full from the source yet. He's only given to me bits and pieces, so I'm reading what I can to keep you.
What's he defeated about?
Well, I don't know, but this isn't 100%. All the details aren't out yet. So, look, I'm only giving you a brief description of what it is. It's the last bit. This is not 100%, but this is at the moment. So I can give you all the clearer picture later. We will break this. We will do another show later, about 9 o'clock. We will pencil it in, and we will come back on at 9. That he seems defeated and he's ready to give in to Mason. Now, does this mean that Nagelsmann is going to Napoli? Does this mean that the board have finally got what they wanted? Ellie, look, this isn't confirmed. This isn't 100%. We know that.
Yeah.
What do you think is going through Daniel Levy's mind? And who do you think on the board is behind all of this? Who do you think's trying to... Because I honestly don't think this is Levy's fault for what we're hearing. I think you can blame other people on the board. And Julia is right. There's going to be an uproar if this is true, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, even in the chat, it's exploded. Like, everybody's so angry. You can see it. Like, loads and loads of things coming in. I just feel like it's defeat is to put him in charge, because look at his record when he's been at our club, for a short while, both times, but he hasn't hit the ground running. And like, he's changed it up a little bit. I'll give him that, right? But he hasn't really made us play any better football,
Can I just say again, this is not 100% confirmed. This is only 40, 50%. But it's Juicy saying such a bad decision. Is a yes man. Could not happen. Big up Mia with the super chat. Ellie, do you want to read out Mia's super chat? You can just do faces if you want. Just do reactions.
Right.
Yeah. What else? What else?
That's basically it, isn't it?
No, what else? She's doing a few beeps in there.
Yeah, like.
I think there's times like this.
Bleep F.
There's times like this we need to bring out our old friend Fred. This is Dan. This is Ellie. This is Mia. Hang on, let me take a super chat off for a minute, Mia. We'll bring it back. This is Mia when she heard the news about Ryan Mason.
Yeah.
3 minutes ago. That's for you, Mia.
Oh God. What is our club doing?
This is not confirmed, though. I'm telling you, please don't come back to me. This is not fully confirmed. But do you want me to read that bit again, Mia, to you? Ellie, do you want me to?
It's like F you.
Right. Now, I can't read you all of it out of confidential for my source, so I can't. I'm only reading bits and pieces.
Bloody idiots.
But my source is seriously worried about Spurs at the moment. But he has told me that Daniel seems defeated and he's ready to give in and give Mason the chance of a lifetime. Now, again, he says, don't take this as 100%, as all the details. I haven't got all the details yet. So as soon as we get a clearer picture, we will come back live, do a live show tonight, and we will discuss it further. But that is the latest information I have.
Yeah.
Brian says, if it's true, we're in the mud. I haven't heard that.
Mason out.
Yeah. Mason out by Andrew Gregory. I think I'm going to start supporting Brighton.
That's my niece.
I think I'm going to start.
Oh my God, she's a diehard Spurs fan as well.
Yeah.
But she's put the laughing emoji. Yeah. She's only joking.
Mia, do you want to come on? Come on, Mia, because I want to hear you saying this, Mia.
Yeah.
Big up to my new team, Charlton Athletics. So pop on, Mia. Let's hear what you have to say. P.S. Midi. He says Sack and Joe's was the worst, correct? We've got Mia, we're just like mouth wide open. Could be bad. Yeah, now this is another thing, Ellie. Does this mean Kane is actually going?
You don't know. You don't know what to read into it, because why? I just put, why would that change the situation? I suppose whatever manager you've got, he knows Ryan. He played in the academy with him. So, I don't know what our club's doing. If that's true, it's like so demoralising. So demoralising.
Right. Okay. I just got a request from Tequila, and as a channel, we'd love to. I was going to show the other one, but I thought it might. So this is Tottenham Hotspur. Hang on. This is Spurs. This is Daniel Levy with Ryan Mason in the boardroom. There you go. I can only play 30 seconds before we get copyrighted.
Yes.
Mia,
give us the chop.
Look, I read it a bit again, Mia. If I do
No, please don't. It's like torture. I really don't want to hear it. It feels like every time you do, it's like needles. Like
Mia, what do you think's happened?
I don't know, but I just despair.
Can we just say this is not 100% confirmed? Can we just point that out? This is not 100% confirmed.
I wish it was April the 1st, so we think it's an April Fool.
Yeah. Mia, what do you think? Who do you think in the boardroom is defeating Daniel?
Maybe it's the rest of the board pushing him to get Mason. I don't know.
Why?
Did you see what Column said? Maybe it's to do with being burnt before with Slot. That the saga, maybe do you think that maybe was something to do with it? That he's just, I don't know. I just don't know.
Look,
honestly,
Do you think it's done a column?
I don't know really. I think because don't forget the board is multiple people that do have a say, and I'm not sure how much they have to push to get what they want versus Daniel. If he gets Daniel Coyes, if he gets the final say, or if enough of them go against him, if he has to go with what they say. We don't know how it works, if it's a democracy or not. If it's I get the final say on Danny Coyes' part, so I don't know.
Well, look, I'm stumped by this. I am literally stumped. But as I said before, it is not 100%. We will come back live once I get a fuller detail of it. But Mia, I'll start with you, Ellie. Look, where does this leave the Harry Kane thing? And as well, Mia, to you, another question to you. I'll let you answer Harry Kane, Ellie. Then Mia, what do you think the fan base is going to do if this is true and this comes out and he's offered the job? What do you think will happen? I mean, this will start uproar, won't it? Do you want to go first with the Harry Kane?
The Harry Kane thing, yeah. It all depends on how Harry sees Mason, because we don't even know how he views him really. Like I said, he did play with him in the academy, so they are good friends. But you know, he might see that as a lack of ambition, not going for a big name or not trying to get one over the line at least. You know, he might see that as a spite on his career because he's seen what Mason can do over 6 or 7 games. He's had literally 14 games to prove himself and he hasn't done it.
No. Look, Mia, if Mason comes charge, I'm quickly becoming a Luton Town channel for next season. I tell you that now.
Big up Charlton Athletic. Big up Charlton Athletic, my new team.
Yeah, and we are going to be sponsored by RAC and the AA for David Pleat in honour.
Oh no!
Ellie knows. Look, Andy, do you want to explain the reason why David Pleat and the RAC? Do you want to explain to people?
Just like allegedly he was caught curb crawling. Allegedly.
Yeah. And that's the reason you got sacked from Spurs, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was.
So that is the reason why for the RAC and the AA jokes. Look, Carl says, I'm going to read out some of these comments, guys. Carl says, I swear to God, if they appoint Mason, I am done with Spurs. Those bloodsuckers at the top draining our club. Look, I tell you one thing. If they appoint Mason, I'm done. I'm done with Levy. I'm sorry. I will not be balanced anymore. I'll be full-fledged Levy out.
Do you know, if this happens, I think that people are going to seriously riot. I do think this will unite the whole fan base into a riot, because I think if we all of us rioted down the Tottenham Stadium, like honestly, I think that it will be a massive thing if they do this, because it's stupid. It's beyond stupid, if I'm honest, absolutely beyond stupid. You might as well employ me, for God's sakes.
Yeah. It's like you're putting a rookie in charge of a massive £1 billion corporation, right, that's getting bigger and bigger, and you're putting a rookie in charge of it. Ridiculous.
The Tequila says, join us, Domo, on the Levy Out train. You get free gifts. What free gifts do you get? What do you get? Do you get a Levy Out badge and you get a Levy Out rosette? Look, seriously, if this is true, I'm seriously done. I'm on the Levy Out train. Kate, big afternoon, honey. Hope you're doing well, sweetheart. And great you in there. It's this afternoon and a couple of kisses. So good afternoon. Ellie, you can throw a kiss back to Kate. See you there.
There you go.
Hashtag Mia for manager.
Yeah.
Levy Out shirts, Tequila saying Levy the manager. This is I'm saluting back Sir Dermot.
I'll take the women, you take the men, Mia.
That's good by me. That's fine.
What
You'll get paid more than me.
What am I left with?
You're left with
the toilet cleaning.
Doris the tea lady.
Do you know what?
I'm quite happy. Partner.
Yeah, do you know what? She's blonde and she's quite big chested. And yeah, okay, I'm quite
big up, Doris.
Big up.
Sorry, Doris. Calling out your breasts online. she's got more assets, you know. She can make a lovely cup of tea.
Yeah, look. Doris needs some love.
She does.
I mean, well,
This isn't after 9 o'clock yet, by the way, guys. So
Yeah.
can we keep it clean?
I thought you was going to be the tea cozy to her teapot.
Yeah. Dermot, you never talk to me like that.
He's getting
Carl,
jealous now.
Carl, you're not my type. You're not my type. I am so sorry. You might be Ellie's type, but you're not mine. Anyway, if it's true that no one's interested, look, should we get back to Mason and stop talking about women and
Yeah.
Let's
move on. Get back to Spurs.
That's your fault, Ellie.
Your fault.
Tequila say Dermot, the new tea lady. Yeah, thanks. Kate's saying I thought Angie was a cert. Now, Mia, who wants to take this? Look. If you do gonna jump ahead, do make it a super chat if you want to get a chat to me or Mia. Very quickly, Mia, we did talk about at the start of the show about the abuse that you found yourself getting this morning. Do you want to say anything on that very quickly before we carry on with this? Because this is now going to break this news.
Yeah, I just think that if you want to come and be in my chat, then that's all well and good, but keep it respectful. It's just not nice for me to have that kind of constant somebody like bombarding me. It's just not a nice feeling. It's just not a nice thing to do. Be respectful. We're all here to be YouTubers and to just have good conversations with people. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a horrible person. I'm actually very respectful when it comes to everybody, but people take it too far and it's just really not nice on me, and it's just a bit upsetting, you know, like it's not a nice feeling.
Right. Okay.
Oh God.
No, I've got a bit of news. I need to make sure it's confirmed. Yeah, no abuse. Mia, she's only human. She has feelings too. And we did read that big statement. Right, guys. Mason. What if he was given the job, Mia? Would you back him 100%, or would you think that's it for you? I'm done.
I would be in a really difficult position because I always want to back my club, which includes backing a manager. So I would want to watch Tottenham and back them. But I think that there will be riots, and I would be part of the riots of the Levy out. Absolutely, because I think this is unacceptable to do. I think it's an unacceptable appointment. And I don't think we're above certain managers at all, but a Mason, that's just taking the actual mick. That takes the mick.
I love this. I want Trigger, Rodney Trotter and Frank Spencer as a management team. Mrs. Brown and Father Ted as our co-chairman. Can you imagine Mrs. Brown, guys, and Father Ted as our co-chairman? Oh Lord Jesus Christ!
Oh God!
Yeah, yeah. Big up Wayne. Big up Wayne. Kate says I would back Mason 1,000%, 1,000,000%, but still think Angie will be appointed. Is there a source regarding Mason? Well, there was. Now, I'm just getting more news.
Also, I want to say thank you to Ollie and to Ryan in the chat for saying about like you've got my back and stuff. So I really do appreciate that.
We said
Lovely
that.
blokes.
We did say that as well, Mia. We've got your back.
You know, I know you do.
We always have you. And to that one individual, I'm saying this now. For that one individual who's doing this to Mia and doing it to us and doing it to other channels, you need to stop. If not, I will be reporting you to YouTube. I'm making that very clear now. Mia is a very close friend of mine. And we talk a lot off here, don't we, Mia? And so do you to Ellie.
Yeah.
And the Harris Army group is
lovely
a small
lady.
The Harris Army group is a little family. We'll all have each other's back. So if I find you doing this again, I will report you to YouTube. And I can speak to a few people who can show me how to do that, because I will not tolerate this. Not to anyone, not to a woman or a teenager or anyone. You do not do that. For a man, it's different. We can take it. We can fight our own battles. You don't do it to a woman. There's a line you don't cross. You treat women with respect. You treat them with proper respect. A man is a different sort of kettle of fish, but you don't do it to a lady. Sorry.
Okay.
That's what I have to say. Right. Okay. Right. I've read this a little bit. Right. Now, regarding the reasons for Julian pulling out the first time round, right? Well, look, do you want me to? I'll put this into a banner, and then we can discuss it. So let me put this in here. Sorry, this is just news breaking as we're on the air, so I do apologise. Right. The reason I've been told the reason for Julian pulling out the first time round, disagreements regarding Levy's director of football decision led to him pulling out of the race. Who wants to take the first? Mia, do you want to go first in that? And then you, Ellie?
Yeah, I'm not really surprised because he already said about the director of football, didn't he? So I think that we already got the gist of probably that's what it was. So I'm not shocked by that fact, if I'm honest.
Yeah, Ellie?
Yeah, but we weren't even told what DOFs they were going after, were we? We weren't really enlightened on that issue. So there's a few names banded here and there on YouTube, but nothing concrete from the club. It's like the club closes up on us and there's no transparency from them. So it makes you confused. And then when you want to get behind something, it's hard to get behind it because you don't know whether it's true, you know?
I mean, Jem said, if anyone wants to be nasty or abuse anyone, then you are not wanted in here. Exactly. Big up, Jim. And Kate as well said, hobby. I like Kate and Jim. They're brilliant.
They're lovely,
I love they're a married couple. Both come in, so big up to them both. They really are. And Juicy said, that's so dumb. And if anyone that wants to abuse Mia, they'll have me to deal with. I find you online and where you are. Big up, Jack. He's doing the full.
He's doing his little brother duties.
Yeah, he's doing his Liam Neeson bit, isn't he?
Yeah, big up, Jack. And look, Jack, don't worry. We've got your sister well backed up here, and she knows she's backed up in this channel. I don't understand where this Mason stuff has come from. It came from the meeting today, Kate. It just came up the meeting today. I told you Levy is ballsing it up again. He is the highest paid plonker in football. Well, the other bit of news I got was Daniel is going to throw everything he can and try to secure Celtic boss Angie Postecoglou.
Postecoglou.
I was waiting.
Mistakes.
Postecoglou there.
I was waiting for you two to
Malaga.
Get it wrong.
Malaga.
Postecoglou. Is that right?
Postecoglou. Yeah, you can say it like that. It's like halloumi.
Yeah, Postecoglou. You two stop it. This is a serious
we're
show.
Both Greek, so we know how to pronounce it. You know,
it's actually technically, wouldn't it be Postecoglou because it's the P in it?
Because it's a B.
Yeah, it's Postecoglou.
Postecoglou's got to be our bossy. You know,
in YouTube, never boss. Work with children, animals, or Greek women.
Yeah, we're fiery.
Fiery. You haven't met an Irish redhead yet. Right, okay. Or a girl from Dublin. I'll tell you that. They're very fiery. Angie Postecoglou, and his preferred managerial option this summer. Chairman Daniel Levy is set to make a decision on the new head coach soon, also removing Roberto Di Zabria and Marco Silva from the shortlist, but not Mason. So Mason is now on the shortlist. Ellie, your face.
The long list.
No, your face says, "Look, do you think all the way along Mason was going to get the job anyway?"
I don't think so. I just feel that there's a lot of spin being made, you know. But I just feel that if they do appoint Ryan Mason, they've given up because he's a rookie. He hasn't proved anything under the games that he's had. He hasn't proved that he can improve us. You know, why would we go with something like that? Yeah.
Can I just say, this is so sweet. She says, bless you, we're proper Spurs fans. We met at White Hart Lane 22 years ago. So Spurs have, isn't that sweet?
That is great.
You could go through all the crap we're going through. When you see something like that, that just melts.
So nice.
It is.
I love a good love story.
Yeah. Bit like Mia and Romero running over the hills, near Dover, running to each
Oh
other.
my God, that's
And then
another,
Romero
that's another
size
show
tackles Mia,
altogether.
sends a 20 foot in the air. Mia's going, "You've been Romero'd." Right. If Mason gets the job, Mia, Tequila says, then it will be Nuno again. It will be short term. When we're in the bottom half, come October or November, he will be sacked. So let it happen.
Do you know what? I kind of see where he's coming from, and I just think as well, it would be really bad of the club to do that to Mason. I think that on a real now, we don't want him as manager, but how bad would that be that he's done all this for us, as in stepping each time we take him on as manager when he shouldn't be, and then we sack him from his club that he loves? I think that's really out of order actually on Mason. If I'm going to be fair, not that I want him as manager, but I think it's really unfair on him, to be honest.
Yeah.
You've got to let him fly his wings somewhere else, so that he can get the experience.
Yeah. Well, look, I tell you what, I had so many. I just don't know what to say to this, because it's like Kate says, and we'll go back to Kate's well, because this is such a great story. All those thousands of people, and we found our soulmates. I know, it's so lovely. I can hear Mia. I can hear Mia going, it is. I tell you one thing. I tell you what about my Derval. You could go. I could go around the world again, and I could never. Derval's my soulmate, and I never find another Derval. To be fair, I already found my soulmate in her. A bit like you and Theo, Ellie.
40 years.
Yeah. Where we go? It says Levy has to get it right this time, and Mason's not the answer. He's on our shortlist out of respect. Mia, I'll start with you, Ellie, and this, then go to Mia. We keep saying this is Levy's last chance to get it right, as Levy just goes past your door on the motorbike outside your house.
Yeah,
Mia's house. How many more chances does he? How many more chances does he get?
Do you know what? I'm going to flip that question. I think it's more respectful to let him go. And, like when you've got a child and you're teaching them something, right? And they're not quite taking to it. And then you have to send them to school to learn other things and mix in with other people and learn how to do your trade, right? He's a professional footballer. Don't get me wrong. He knows football, but he doesn't know big club mentality. So he needs to go and sow his seeds somewhere else, somewhere where he can learn his trade, come back a stronger man and an older, wiser man as well. Because he's 27, 28, 29, something like that. So I just feel that it's the wrong time for him, because we've got a lot of rebuilding. That's too much for him. And it's more respectful to let him go, in my opinion.
Right.
I don't like it when you sigh like that, Dermot. It always gives me bad vibes, man. That always makes me think, right, what now?
I don't know if I can read this or not. I'm waiting for a reply if I can.
I feel sick.
I'll put it in. Oh, you're really making me nervous about now. I'm like, for God's sake.
Kate says, I've turned the chat to a love fest. You might as well. Was better than the news we were
Please, can we? Because it's much nicer. I want to hear love stories. Make me happy.
Can someone find me Nuno's number?
I thought you've got it on speed dial, Carl Simpson. You love a bit of Nuno.
Do you know what? He's about to win the league in Saudi Arabia.
He is.
I know.
Yeah.
They've got a collage of his face and loads of gold around him.
It's like a Saudi Arabian little gnome now.
Yeah.
We were sitting in a pub. Well, the first game I went over, the Wolves game. So I get twitches at the Wolves game. Ellie knows why.
Oh no!
I got twitches. Do you know what? I went to that Wolves game. Right, I came back with fucking pneumonia after that game. That's what I went to Spurs play shit and give me pneumonia. We were sitting in the pub before the game. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And I sat and I pointed to you, didn't I? I said, "There's Nuno." There was a little garden gnome right in the back of the pub. And there was Nuno just sitting there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dermot, can I ask you a question? What game did you find worse, the Wolves or the AC Milan game? It's a hard one, isn't it?
I actually found the Wolves one worse because the AC Milan was a bit of crack. I mean,
It
me and
was.
Phil, yeah, it was good crack.
Had the old Irish contingent there, didn't
Yeah.
we?
250 Irish people came over for that game.
Yeah.
And me and Philip, this is a true story. Me and Philip were in the Spurs shop trying to get a few interviews with fans and everything. And we saw a couple of AC Milans in the corners. Me and Philip said, well, go over and talk to them. Where are you from? Thinking they'd be from Milan or somewhere like that. No, they're from County Mayo in Ireland. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm okay to use it. So I'm actually going to not put it in a private chat, Mia. I'm actually going to put it as a banner. This is all news. And look, we will probably do a show later. So we'll give this right. Although Postecoglou,
but yeah,
Postecoglou, you know what? Damn my bloody speech impairment.
And it's OU as well.
Yeah, it's the number one target as it stands. Daniel has plans to increase things to go. Daniel has plans in case things go wrong. Those plans don't currently include talking to Ryan Mason. It is the board's wishes that Mason is given the job.
Oh, God.
Well, sod the board.
Yes,
Tell the board to stick it where the sun don't bloody shine.
Yeah.
You're fired.
I'm just putting, I'm actually putting all this information into the Irish Hotspur group chat as well. Look, guys,
okay.
Wayne Bonner, if it comes to choice between Rodgers or Mason, I'd rather go with Kermit the Frog.
I'm with Wayno on that one.
Yeah. Who would you have as his assistant, Wayne? Would you have Animal or
Miss Piggy? Miss Piggy.
Definitely.
She's really bossy, so she'll probably be able to do quite a good job.
Yeah.
And Animal can be on the fitness because he can chase after him to make them run faster. Animal.
Yeah. She won't take no nonsense, will she, Mia?
No. Levy, Wembley once says, Levy's incompetence has been so consistent. It has. David Clark, the man with no name, will not coach Spurs. Well, David, we have to wait and see. Look, we might be getting Ray Mason.
Brendan Rodgers.
Say it 3 times, Mary. It may appear behind you. Go, hello, Mary.
Can't say it.
Kate says, what a shambles it is. Miss Piggy would get dire in life.
She'd sit on him.
I love that. Kermit in as manager. Gonzo for the jokes. Yeah, Gonzo.
Oh, I love Gonzo. Gonzo's great. And Joe Wells, I like. Do you know the 2 little, the ones with the glasses, the little scientist ones?
Yeah.
I like them as well. They're really cute.
Yeah. Look, I like the 2 granddads.
Yeah. Daniel Levy.
That's Philip and Dermot.
Now you've hit the nail.
Right. Daniel Levy will Daniel Levy should fire the board and put Kermit, Minnie and Mickey Mouse on the board. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that because Mia does have the power. Mia, can you just take the job? Kate says, maybe we might get Jesse March. What would you guys think to Jesse March?
Oh, no.
No, he calls it soccer. If you call it soccer, then no, it's just a big no from me.
Yeah, it's football.
It's football. Do you know what happened? Actually, I watched a clip, and I know people don't like him, but Thierry Henry was having this discussion. They were saying about soccer, and all the others were being a bit kind of like, "Oh no, it's okay." And he was like, "You kick it with your feet. They play it with their hands. It's not football. Football is what we play." And I'm like, "Damn right, it's what we play. We play it with our feet. It's football, not soccer."
She said she was joking. We know you were.
You tell him.
Lee says, so sounds like Ryan is a fallback option if none of the other targets would take the job.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Ellie, you like someone who has locked you up in a cupboard.
Yeah, it's my blinds. That's my French blinds.
Here's a good point. Klinsmann. Jurgen Klinsmann hasn't been linked yet.
Yeah, because he's taken the South Korea job already.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. He's not going to do the dirty on the South Koreans and leave them.
No. Corey says, I put my CV as a really good football manager. Dave going on. I took pictures of my save and sent it. Maybe it might. Look, I've just, at the moment, Ellie knows I'm managing Spurs at the moment on FIFA. Thank you to Aaron for the €10 sticker last night he sent me.
Nice one.
It really was. So big up to Aaron for last night.
That was really good last night.
And
I enjoyed that.
Some good games, wasn't there?
Brilliant,
Did win the last one in a few minutes. So, do you know, did sell Harry Kane, if Dave wants to know, for 180 million. And we've got a super chat here from Jack Williams, your brother, Mia. Thank you so much. Is Source saying Levy will go in all out for Angie still? Yeah, I'll read you it again, Jack.
Yeah, Jack, try listening, will you?
Right.
Yeah,
although you behave, Ellie. I have the power.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Naughty girl.
Yeah, naughty girl. Naughty. Oh, don't start on all this naughty stuff. I forget it. You're going to get me going down the route I don't want to go down. Although Postecoglou.
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 I always get it wrong. Is the number one target as it stands. Daniel has plans in case things go wrong. Those plans don't Corey and Claude talking to Ryan Mason, but it is the board's wish that Mason is given the job. Now, look, Mia, what do you reckon?
It sounds like that they do what Jack's asking. It sounds like the source is saying that Levy does want Postecoglou. So it looks like that the board are trying to push to have Mason, but he really wants Postecoglou because it said I was looking. Someone put something out on the group chat that said he's very impressed with him. So I think hopefully Levy will get his way over the board and he will push for him hard because it does look like to me that he is still the favourite, Jack. So, yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Can I just say big up Jack as well? Thank you so much for the super chat. Me and Ellie and Mia and Philip really enjoy it.
Yeah,
I just can hear some. Okay, yeah.
What Adrian Strocker just said was very interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go to now. He says, Alistair Gold from Football London feels that the players would be happy to continue under Ryan Mason next season. Guys, what do you think to that?
I think they're going to be happy because they're in with him, right? And they'll think, right, our contracts are not going to be cancelled. We're safe with Ryan. If some other manager comes in, we might get the chop. That's why I think they're happy, not because they particularly like Ryan Mason as a manager. They're just watching their own backs.
Also, I'd like to know the context in what he said it. Was he saying it as in if it was that, do you know what I mean? Like, I think that we all know they wouldn't mind if it was. I think that's a bit of an obvious statement. I don't think it means anything is what I was going to say.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Can't read too much into it.
No.
Really.
Postecoglou, Mason.
Postecoglou.
Oh, God, I will get it right. God.
There's an echo.
Yeah, I just say I'm hearing voices in my. Is it me or I'm hearing voices from somewhere?
I'll tell you what, Dermot. By the time you go to bed tonight, we'll get you on Postecoglou, and you'll be perfect on it. Like I'll taught you Højbjerg.
Big up United Spurs of America. It says, "I'll shave my head and roll down the largest mountain in El Paso if Mason stays."
Wow, he's got a big mop of hair.
Yeah. Would you actually video that for us if you do that? We've got of course lazy would squad. Yeah, of course a lazy ambiguous waster of a squad would love to have Mason in charge. They can be very comfortable sleepwalk into relegation. I'm absolutely maybe
in a roundabout way.
How about this one? How about Ancelotti if Nagelman goes to Real? How do you feel about that?
I couldn't stand his eyebrow going up and down. I just couldn't handle it.
I don't think he suits. I don't think he suits us.
No,
he don't suit us, ma'am.
He's a big ego manager. You know, he can manage egos and get them under control.
Yeah. I mean, Wembley One makes a very, very good point here, Mia, and I'll start with you in this. this would suit the lazy squad that we've got, and we would actually be very comfortably sleepwalk into relegation, wouldn't we? Or do you think if Mason did take over, that he might surprise us all?
I don't think it surprises us at all because he's too inexperienced, and the team would, I don't know what they'd react like under him, but it just wouldn't be good enough. Let's be honest, it just wouldn't be good enough regardless.
Yeah, and Ellie, same question to you.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a downer. It's not inspirational. It's not going to get the fans behind the club. They'll start revolting. They will, because they won't want a rookie like Mason being in charge, and he hasn't proved himself.
Yeah.
So we haven't got nothing to go with, Dermot.
Yeah. I may have some more news coming, so just keep on that. Look, Juicy here makes a very good point. Villa Brighton can appoint a good coach, but we can't. Mia, why can we not appoint a very good coach to coach Tottenham to get us where we need to be past that next level? Why can we not do it? Because we seem very, very, very incompetent of doing it at the moment.
I think there's a different reasons. I think that one of the reasons is that we keep sacking managers and it don't look very good. Other managers are going to be like, hold up a second, what's going on here? And I think also maybe the type of manager we're going for. I feel like that people have got their expectations maybe set high. I think that we need to go for a manager that's reasonable for us, and maybe that would be a better chance. But even when we have gone for an Arnie Slot, he messed us about and got a pay rise. So all we're doing is giving all these managers pay rises. So it's really difficult, isn't it? It's so difficult, and I'm just angry that it's taken this long. Like, I want it to be done properly, but if it is Mason, I'm going to be so angry about it. It's taken us this long to decide on Mason as well. Like, what have we been doing? You know, it's just ridiculous.
I mean, Ellie, look.
Yeah.
Look, Lee Richards says here. I can hear a lot of voices, Ellie.
Yeah. Sorry, because my daughter's friends just came in. So can you keep it quiet, please? There you go.
Mam's talked. Kane, no, I tell you, because I was just hearing, I thought I was going mad. That's why. Yeah. Sorry, Ellie. Kane and Ryan Ellie are good mates. They've been on holiday together, apparently. Good chance of Kane staying if Rain stays involved with Spurs, folks. Just saying. Lee Rich, saying, do you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with it, because I think Kane would want somebody who's going to fire up the troops, get in new players, have a different style of football. We've seen what Mason can do, and it hasn't led us to anything. In fact, we've gone from 4th to 8th. So why would Harry Kane buy into that? I don't see that at all.
Yeah, I'm just asking if that can be used or not. I just got another thing I can't really say. Look,
Stop telling me about these things that you can't say, man. It's just driving me bonkers because it's making me nervous and worried.
Right, okay. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to leave the show there. We will be back later with Mia. We're going to do a joint show, probably about 9 o'clock, Mia, if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
that we can actually get this show and put all our news together and do one proper show for everyone, that we can give you the latest news that we've got from Spurs. Right, I can use this. Daniel in the chat has stated he will not bow down on this decision and will fight against the board for as long as possible to bring in the manager he wants.
Okay.
Come on, Danny Coys.
Come on, Danny Coys. Yeah. Come on.
I tell you what we're going to do is just let me know in the chat. Would you like us to come back later and do a proper show in this? And we can put all the news we've got together, or do you want to continue on at the moment? Just let us know. I'm putting me on in Jim's name. PR to get fans on side. Look, I believe that. I got Danny. Kane ain't staying if a rookie manager Mason stays in just because they're mates. Just because they're mates. Seriously, do people think that's how? No, we don't.
Listen.
Danny.
By the way, I was only saying, come on, Danny Coys, as a joke. I was being sarcastic and facetious. I didn't actually mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sarcasm, Greek sarcasm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll come back on in a couple of hours. We'll do another show at 9 o'clock. Me and Ellie. Hopefully, Mia can come. We'll do it as a joint show as well, Mia, on your
Yeah.
channel as well. If that's all right with you, Mia.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine.
Oh, pardon me, I burped. That we can get all the news together and we can put it all together into one show and go through the news
Brilliant.
properly.
And
So-
you'll have
so-
more clarity then, won't you,
Yeah,
David?
I will. So I
Yeah.
can put it all together.
Yeah.
So that is the latest news. The latest news we have is that although, well, the board want Ryan Mason it's the Europa League final tonight as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we can give an update to that final. That's fine.
How about we go a bit earlier before the final?
Oh, how about
What time's it on?
I think it's kick off 8 o'clock. Let me just
8.
check that. Let me just check it on live score. Here we Jose Mourinho. Here we go.
Oh, we might do
8 o'clock
something.
kick off.
Yeah, well, we'll do something. We might go on a bit later. We might go on about half. Well, I can't because I've got things to do within the next couple of hours.
Yeah. Let's
that-
go on.
We're going at 9 o'clock. The football's on. We can give information up for the football as we're on.
We could do it at 9:30 when the match is
Yeah.
finished. If you
We do it
want.
at 9:30. Question for
9:30,
Dermot:
yeah.
where do you get your information from, my friend? From a very, very, very good source. I won't say where or when, but he's a source that has not let us down, has he, Mia?
No, not at all. I think this person's very trustworthy. I don't think they're going to feed us BS. I think that it is only what they know of, though. It's only what they know. It's not anything. Obviously, we can't say it's 100% fact. So
Yeah.
please don't come after the messenger. We're just giving you what we know.
Yeah.
What they tell us, what they know.
Yeah. What they
Okay.
tell us.
So listen, we'll be back later at 9 o'clock with a complete update show, what's happening with the news that's broke, with the meeting that's just finished. So we'll be back at 9. Whatever you do, look after yourself till then.
Yeah.
Look, it's been a cracker of a show. 50, it went up to 62 people in the house.
Brilliant.
So please hit that like button. We've got 40 likes already for this show. Thank you so much, Jack, and
Thank you.
Jack for the super chat, and also Mia as well for the super chat. Thank you so much. Whatever you do, look after yourselves. We'll be back later at 9 with a show, with the full roundup. And what we're going to do, we're going to cover everything come out of the meeting, go through it bit by bit. We will dissect it and we will do everything we can. It's going to be a Mia show as well. So be back at 9. Whatever you do, look after yourself. Come on, you Spurs.
And in Doris, the tea lady we trust.
Yeah, do you know
Good
what?
luck to Brian Hill and Eric Lamella tonight.
And this is Mia after she heard the Mason news. Whatever you do, take care of yourself. Come on, you Spurs. We're back at 9.
Well, you Spurs.